G'day all, it's Brother Blonde speaking, and I don't know how clearly you can see it on my GPS just down there. Let me zoom in. It says 450 kilometres. That means 450 kilometres to my destination today. Well, actually my first destination, because that's only halfway. I'll explain more as the trip unfolds, but essentially I'm taking a long ride today down to a town or city about 450 kilometres away. So what I'm going to do every I guess hour, I suppose, will be to video log just a few minutes at a time and give you a little bit of the scenery and a little bit of how I'm feeling and how the trip's going and how the bike is and all that sort of stuff. So I'll catch up with you in a little while. The time now is, you probably can't see it down there, but it's 5:39 AM. So I'll check back with you in about an hour. Bye. Okay, about an hour into the ride now, and hang on a second. What's this? And we've done about 100 kilometres. Getting a little bit cold now because we're heading into the Southern Highlands, which is well, about 100 kilometres south of Sydney. So I thought I'd just throw the camera in, as I said, and just let you know how things are going. Yeah, feeling good. As I said, a little bit cool, but not bad. And so why am I going down 450 kilometres from Sydney and then coming back again? That's a very good question. Nearly as good a question as the who is Arthur question. As a lot of you may know, Dad is by himself now, well, living in a nursing home but without Mum, and he had a kidney tumour removed last year, and he basically has to go back to the city called Wagga, which is near his hometown, that has the medical facilities, for him to get checked up. So they have to give him an operation, go in and check that the kidney is still free of any growth. He's too old to have the kidney removed, so they couldn't go down that path. So anyway, I'm just going down there to spend a few hours with him in the hospital, maybe a bit of time before he goes in and a bit of time when he comes out, just to surprise him. That's the only reason. Oh, and to ride the bike. Anyway, that's it. Alright, so here we are an hour later now, 7:40 in the morning, and I've got 265 kilometres to go. Anyway, everything's going well, because it's only been 2 hours, so I'm still feeling good, feeling fresh. Just coming past a city, a little bit fast, I better slow down. It's a very good reason that I better slow down, because this city is actually home of the police academy for New South Wales. And it's probably not a good idea to speed going past this town. Well, actually coming up now we've got a 60 zone because they're doing roadworks, so that makes it easier, I guess. Now I had to warm my hands up while I was at the petrol station earlier, just with my gloves on, just stick them on the engine case for a couple of minutes. Virtually like having heated hand grips, except not on the hand grip. So anyway, nothing else to say really, so I'll see you in an hour, and I think that's about the time that I'll be pulling into the service station for my main break, with a bit of breakfast and stuff like that. It's about 45 minutes from the last time I spoke to you, and there's a sign up ahead that I've been really looking forward to. Just wait for this car to go past and then I'll move up a bit closer. A service centre, 3 kilometres away. Sorry, I just realised another car pulled up. And I had to sort of get away from him in a hurry. Yeah, so I'm about 3 kilometres now from my breakfast stop. I brought some breakfast with me. A couple of muesli bars and some cheese and crackers. I forgot to mention earlier that I'm wearing a camelback with some Gatorade, you know, one of those electrolyte replacement drinks. Not that I'm actually sweating, but I figure it's probably better than just straight water. So, probably sipping away on that. And my bladder is ready for defueling after I refuel the bike. There it is, just down there. And it's a pretty hill up ahead. Fill up. So there's not really a lot to say, but everything's going well. The bike's performing beautifully. Very pleased with the way it's going. It's very nice. So guys, it's now 9:40 and I just did a beautiful vlog a moment ago and discovered that the camera had switched itself off. And I'm not going to go back and show you the beautiful scenery. I might show you on the way back. But anyway, we've now got 101 kilometres to go. And we've left the divided road for a little while, the nice 110 zone. We're back into a 100 zone for a short time, and then I think we'll go back up to divided road again shortly. What I was saying in the vlog that didn't turn out, pardon me, is that I don't know if any of you long distance riders have experienced this, Atlas and Wilson rider perhaps, that even though you're out on the bike by yourself, carving up the miles and all those other good cliches, when you've got the camera in and talking away, I feel like I've got company. Because I know you guys will be watching. Well, actually that's a bit presumptuous. I hope you guys will be watching. And it's just given me a bit of a spark, bit of a boost. Just knowing that, you know, it almost feels like you're all here with me. It's quite amazing. Even though it's just me and the bike and my MP3 player, it's just a psychological boost. Oh, it's a pretty old church, look at that. Yeah, so that was sort of what my thoughts have been for the last few minutes. My body's doing well, the bike's doing well, my brain is doing well as it can for a blonde, I guess. And everything's good. Well, we're coming into the outskirts now of Wagga. That's spelled W-A-G-G-A twice. It's actually pronounced Wagga Wagga, but everybody seems to call it Wagga. It's an Aboriginal name meaning place where the crow flies. Why it's place where the crow flies, I don't know. I used to live here for about 3 years. This was my place where I worked on my first flying job before joining the airlines. And so it's got a lot of great memories for me. And it was really interesting. It was actually quite emotional. Just before I put the camera in, I was between the airport, which we just passed, and where we are now, and my MP3 is on random play, and what should start playing but one of my all-time favourite songs, and it was quite emotional for me actually, sort of coming back. You haven't been back here. Well, actually the last time I was here, I have to say, was last year to see Mum when she was having cancer therapy at the same hospital where Dad is now, and so I guess for lots of reasons it's quite emotional. In fact, I spent 3 years of my life here. My favourite song, Mum being treated, now Dad being treated. Yeah, it's quite amazing.